picture. Rio's actually got a really good seat because I don't know if you can quite see that. Look, there you go, just to his left, that is Conor McGregor. Imagine those conversations. That is absolutely amazing, isn't it? There's so many of them out tonight.
You know what? I mean, I've been around big gatherings when there's been 15 or so boxers, and I was at a massive UFC event in London when Michael Bisping was honoured, and there were quite a few massive UFC fighters there. And I've been to a few gigs over the years, you know, obviously back in the 50s and 60s before you say it. But looking at that roll call, looking at those fighters coming in, men I've seen over the last 30 years, the hairs were standing up on the back of my neck. I was getting a bit emotional because they're men I saw in their prime, and one or two of them are not in their prime anymore, Laura. And I tell you what, it's been humbling watching those guys.
Bunsey, we had Lennox Lewis in the studio when you obviously were ringside outside, and if anyone missed it earlier on, it was lovely. And he even said the same as you. He said the chance to go and look and see people from his youth and from his career all in one place, he's never seen anything like it before.
I've seen some film of him, and I spoke to Lennox's woman yesterday. They're just sitting around having tea, swapping war stories. You know, he had a war with Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and they were cuddling yesterday. Hand on heart, I watched it in Atlantic City from 8 feet away, and I watched it through my fingers. It was brutal. You heard every punch. And here they are, 26 or 7 years later, cuddling like long-lost friends. That's unbelievable. And you saw Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, who hated each other. Duran was screaming at Leonard before their fight, screaming in Spanish, "When I knock you out, I'm going home with your wife." They hated each other with a passion, and the two of them are cuddling and it's just beautiful to watch.
You never hear anything like that anymore these days.
No, it's all
the
gone.
War of the Worlds is completely different, really, isn't it?
It's got the pop.
Lennox also was in this studio, and there's a real significance here because obviously the last undisputed world heavyweight champion 24 years ago, and then Usyk is ringside, watching on as Tyson Fury fights in this crossover fight with Francis Ngannou, and then he will go on to fight for an undisputed world heavyweight title. There's some real significance here tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, loads of significance. I mean, this event is massive, and we already touched on it earlier on. How big is the next one going to be? If Fury does what we all believe he's going to do and comes through, this guy's a character.
He got a bigger cheer than Ronaldo did there, didn't he? Oh, why have you done him like that? Well, the director is going to get fired, by the way. Look, he's not happy with that.
He wasn't happy, was he?
He was not happy with that.
Wow, he was not
Would
happy.
you like being booed by so many people?
Not by your home fans.
Not by the place that you live. How long is that contract? Let's see what sort of reaction our next guest gets, because Eminem is about to go up on the screen. Eventually, when this guy moves out of the way, here he comes. There we go. You can kind of see him, but I think he's trying to keep a bit of a low profile, but they've spotted him. They know who it is. Someone just asked that guy to move out of the way. There we go. Eminem with his hood up, with a chain.